Well, hello, Alexander.
Welcome back to Alex TV 22. Haley, did you catch spring fever?
I think it's more like spring break fever.
You only have a few more days. You'll be fine.
I know, and I'm happier than ever.
Did you know that West Virginia, Arkansas, Kentucky, Mississippi, and Tennessee are the unhappiest states in America?
Really? I didn't. That's weird.
Not really. Things aren't going to be happy around here if this levy doesn't pass again.
Let's see what Alex and Andy have to say about that.
The levy is coming up this May. We decided to find out how this levy is different from the last one, so we set an appointment with Alexander's treasurer, Aaron Sherm.
So, what are the differences between this levy and the past levy?
The current levy that's going to be going on the ballot in this May, is for an earned income tax, 1% earned income tax, as opposed to the prior levy attempt, which was a 1% traditional income tax. So this earned income tax will only tax earned income and self-employment income, including income from partnerships. It will not tax retirement pensions, Social Security, IRA distributions, annuities, interest, capital gains, unemployment compensation, and alimony. So there's a difference in the types of income that will be taxed by this levy, and because of that, there's a difference in what the amount the levy will collect as well. So even though it's still a 1% income tax, due to not taxing all of those other types of income, this levy is projected to generate about $1.6 million per year, as opposed to the prior 1% traditional income tax was projected to bring in about $2.2 million per year.
Can you give information about the oil pipeline?
Yeah, I assume you're referring to the pipeline from Texas Eastern that was installed over the past few years, and the total school districts are funded based off of property valuation, and that includes residential, agricultural, commercial property valuation, as well as public utility. And for 2018, which is paid, the taxes are paid in 2019. Our public utility valuation increased by $18.5 million, and that's not just due to Texas Eastern. That's all public utility, personal property, AEP, Columbia Gas, Tennessee Gas. But the total increase for tax year 2018 was about $18.5 million, and that's just the valuation. That's not $18.5 million of revenue. That's the valuation increase. The annual revenue that we expect to get off of that increase is approximately $624,000 a year. And that should start in 2019. We'll get the first half of that payment this fiscal year, and then going forward, we should receive the full amount each fiscal year. Hopefully, that's what we're hoping. That's part of the reason why the board decided to try the 1% earned income tax, even though it's going to bring in about $600,000 less per year in revenue. But because of this new pipeline money, that afforded them the opportunity to do that.
We asked Aaron, how has the state budget affected Alexander, and this was his response.
State revenue, state funding makes up about 50% of our operating budget, and we have lost over $2 million in state funding for our district. And when that makes up half of your operating budget and you lose over $2 million, that's tough to maintain because your expenses continue to increase and go up.
We also asked Aaron, how long will this levy keep the school financially stable? And this was his response.
If we continue to be flat funded by the state for another 10, 12, 15-year period, that's going to make things tough as far as your revenues. So you'll have to address it from the expenditure side, or you're going to end up in the red again. So I can't put an exact years on it. We're definitely confident that it'll get us by for 5 years. I think we're even hopeful that it could get us by 10 years. And depending on what happens at the state level, I mean, the goal would be to not have to pass levies if you don't have to. So.
All right.
That's all from Alex TV 22. Back to you, Destiny.
Wow, with these changes to the levy, I think it will benefit the votes.
Yes, I agree, and it will help the learning at Alexander.
Haley, did you play basketball?
Yeah, I quit in 8th grade. I wish I didn't because I could have been a part of senior night.
Speaking of senior night, Trinity had the chance to talk to a few people to reflect on the basketball seniors.
So I've been asked to speak about Cam Riley, Stone Markins, and Dylan Meckham. They've been part of the program all 4 years through high school. They've all played varsity their last 3 years, and they're just quality young men. When they start in basketball at a young age, there's numerous kids in one class, and then they end up with just 3 seniors to make it this far. It just kind of tells you that to get this far along in a sport at a varsity level takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy. We take this very serious, basketball, and they put in an inordinate amount of effort in the off season as well. And these guys are true Spartans, through and through. They've given to this program in a lot of different ways that people don't see. We talk about a thing called the Shield, and these guys get invested in that, and as they go through the program, it becomes more and more a part of them and something that they pass on then to the classes below them. And those 3 gentlemen have done a very good job of representing our program in that manner. Of course, there's memories. We have a lot of memories that we don't talk about because we keep those in the Shield, and our practices are often enjoyable, even though they're strenuous and hard. But I think all these guys have come through some adversity in their life to get to where they are, and I think that being part of this program will help them going forward because they've learned how to deal with adversity and earn and search and create their own happiness and not want someone to just hand them things as they go forward. If I could leave them with any thoughts, the games themselves and the big wins we've had when people come and they pay their $5 and they're in the stands, they're easy to remember. We share those with people, but a lot of things I remember, is Eastern camp when these guys were freshmen. Did all kinds of work for an elderly lady as part of our team building, canoeing, those kind of things. And these gentlemen, those are the kind of memories that I will remember about all these players that come through here, but certainly Dylan, Stone, and Cam. And I just like to thank them, from the bottom of my heart for all they have to go through, because as I started this and I will finish it, it is not easy to come through this program and end up a senior on the other end of it, because a lot of kids start out and they find that the work and the dedication that it takes isn't just for everyone. So these gentlemen have truly earned my respect.
Being the senior of any sport is very hard, but it's also very rewarding, and that's definitely the case with cheerleading. Being a senior cheerleader is very hard because you have to leave your squad believing that they are prepared enough to not only uphold the traditions that we've had for years, but then to bring new members onto the squad and teach them to have the same traditions. And you have to learn that sometimes you have to be someone else's stepping stone to success before you yourself can have that success. When our boys lose, we lose too. When our boys win, we also take that win. The cheerleaders were actually invited to cut the net. So we are very appreciative of the basketball team to include us in that as a part of the team.
Well, congratulations on the hard work this season, seniors.
Saturday, the girls took a road trip to Waverly to take the win over Lynchburg Clay in the Division III championship with a score of 54-45. Their playoff run came to a halt when they faced Highland Wednesday night at Logan. Congrats on the great season, ladies.
The boys' season continues this Saturday at 8:15 after they earned a win at the Convo in the district semifinals with a score of 47-40.
But that's not the only sports we have going on.
Oh yeah, on Saturday, Griffin Schmiel went all the way and is state-bound after placing 4th in the Division II district match.
Good luck to Griffin as he wrestles at the Schottenstein Center at Ohio State this weekend.
Why did you do that?
You're not wearing green.
It's not St. Patrick's Day.
Oh well, you should wear green.
Whatever, St. Patrick's Day isn't even a real holiday around here.
Yes, it is.
Let's see what Noah and Colin say about St. Patrick's Day.
So, St. Patrick's Day is coming up, a holiday marked with high class and maturity. You know, like wearing green and partying. Other activities include children in classrooms trying to trap leprechauns and getting pinched when you're not wearing green. Ow, dude. Anyway, Americans seem to be obsessed with this holiday. But what is the real origin? I don't know, but let's see if the students at Alexander know.
I think St. Patrick's Day is really, like, it started in Ireland, and they're celebrating the leprechauns because, like, they're all happy and joyful little creatures that, yeah.
It's just an excuse to party all day long.
I think that St. Patrick's Day is just an extra holiday. That way we can party more.
Well, short people are lucky and they like to wear green, so I mean, probably that.
The leprechaun wanting gold and jumping over the rainbow.
Well, I just remember my first memory of St. Patrick's Day, and it's that movie, The Luck of the Irish, and that's that redheaded kid. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he turns into a leprechaun? Yeah. So I remember that movie. So I literally think that's all St. Patrick's Day is, honestly. It's just like leprechauns and green.
I think it's just an excuse for people to drink alcohol the whole day. I don't know, or to pinch other people because they don't wear green.
Unsurprisingly, it seems like no one knows what St. Patrick's Day is actually supposed to be for. So let's check in with our resident Google expert, Noah.
After long and diligent research, or about 5 minutes on Wikipedia, St. Patrick's Day is a holiday which is meant to celebrate the life of St. Patrick and how he brought Christianity to Ireland. The day he died was turned into the holiday that we all know and love. However, it's celebrated a bit differently in Ireland. Typically, the holiday is a religious feast and is celebrated with a very exciting occasion, going to church. The holiday was brought over to America during the 18th century by Irish members of the colonial army as a general celebration of Irish culture. From there, Americans did their thing and made the holiday a non-stop party based on exaggerated traits of the Irish. Back to you, Colin.
It seems like Americans took a traditional holiday and made it all about themselves. I'm so surprised. Anyway, check in next time to see how we turn Cinco de Mayo into another meaningless party holiday.
Wow, they really are educated on St. Patrick's Day.
Recently, I picked up a new hobby.
Oh, really? What's that?
Painting. I'm going to be rich.
Okay. What made you want to do this?
Bob Ross. It's rumored he painted 30,000 paintings.
Well, you're not.
If I can dream it, I can be it.
Let's just watch the real Bob Ross.
Hi, welcome back. Certainly glad you can join us today. Today we're just going to do a fun little painting that I think you'll enjoy. Let's just go right into it. We'll run the colors you'll need to follow along at home at the bottom of your screen. Now I'm going to take some fire truck yellow, and that's nice. Alright, now we're going to take some forest green, we're going to mix them together. We're going for a grass color. A nice grass color. Nice happy grass. Long strokes, just nice long strokes. Bottom of this canvas. Yeah, that's nice. Nice long strokes at the bottom here, just to start off. And now once we get some more paint on here, we're going to want to blend it together. You're going to want to blend all your colors together. And you don't want your green, you don't want it to be the exact same color. You want it to kind of be a little different throughout. Alright, so if you watched before, you know this is really my favorite part. After you wash your brush, you just gotta beat the devil out of it. Okay, now we're gonna want to put this up here. Just start laying it on there. There we go. Alright, well, we're just gonna add a little, okay, well now it's, well, okay, so it's turning out a green color. That's not particularly what we wanted. Although that's okay, there's no mistakes. There's no mistakes. just happy accidents. Well, that's not super great. There we go. There's a happy little cloud. Another one right there. Okay, now that we're almost complete, we're gonna add a car. We're gonna add a nice green car, right? It's actually my father's car, Chevy Aveo. There we go. Now this son's happy. This is a fun little painting. You can try at home, and if you do, please send us pictures. I'd love to see what you're doing. Well, happy painting and God bless.
See, I told you, if I dream it, I can be it.
Well, okay. You go, girl.
This Saturday, the Science Olympiad team is traveling to Marietta to defend the first place title in the regional competition as they fight their way to state.
On the other side, the band will be at the OMEA, the large group district contest in Portsmouth on Friday.
We want to wish all teams and individuals good luck over the course of the weekend.
I hope everyone enjoys their spring break. That seems to be all we have for today.
Stay classy, Alexander.